Hi everyone, and welcome to this video on how to create bilingual feedback with the new Nurture Assistant. There are a few reasons that we might choose bilingual feedback. Perhaps we have a student with English as an additional language and maybe their English isn't very good and we want them to understand their feedback in both English and Ukrainian. Or maybe the student is actually quite good at English, but maybe their parents speak a different language and we want to be very transparent with the parents and how the student is getting on. We want the parents to be able to read the feedback as well. Okay, so there's a few different reasons that we might use bilingual feedback. For the purposes of this, I'm going to focus on Ukrainian. Obviously there's a big emphasis on Ukrainian over the past 2 years. So what I've done is I have completed the feedback on the student's work. So I've graded the work and the assistant has given feedback here. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to prompt the assistant to create the feedback. So the first thing I do is I'm just going to say that I agree with this comment. So I'm going to say yes. And I just send that off. And it'll then populate the feedback comment into the personal comment section on the left-hand side of the screen. Then it'll ask me if there's anything else that I'd like to do. So what I'm going to say is this student comes from a Ukrainian background. Could you please produce this feedback in Ukrainian also? Okay. Now, of course, there's a number of languages we could use: Portuguese, Latvian, Polish. There's a number of different languages, but because the assistant works off of OpenAI, it should be able to translate into any language. Also, if perhaps you're a modern foreign language teacher or a teacher of Gaeilge, you could ask it to generate feedback in both English and Gaeilge or both English and French as well, just to try and increase the students' literacy in that subject. So it has now generated the feedback into Ukrainian. Now it will give us the option, we can just say yes here and it will populate it into the personal comment section. Just to save time, what I like to do is I like to just copy the feedback and then just post it into the personal comments box by pasting it in. So I just highlight, Control C, Control V. And now we have our personal comment in both English and Ukrainian, okay? And I've actually checked as well. I've checked this against other ChatGPT models and the translation is very accurate. So it just kind of encourages differentiation and also inclusion. And I think it's one of the features about the Nurture Assistant that I personally like the most. So thank you for watching this demonstration. Bye.